Over here, John. Over here, you said we have where the pools are being stored right now, correct?
Correct. You have older pools right here that are going to be thrown to the back of the property eventually, whenever we plan on getting the building along Sawmill if we do it.
Okay.
To the left of us is Main Street. We're going to be taking all the debris out, chipping this up, and we're going to be doing a retention pond per DEP for water management.
You said there'd be 4 of them, or
3 acres worth of ponds on this
3
property.
acres?
there's gonna
3
be
acres
like
worth of ponds.
1,200 foot long one here. On this side of that office building that's up there, there's
Okay.
going to be about a 600 foot one coming this way.
Okay.
Behind that one, there's going to be a 200 foot one. And then more towards the back of the property to the right, there's going to be about a 600 foot one.
Okay. Are they all going to be enclosed? Do you know?
What do you mean enclosed?
No,
Like the ponds, or they should be open?
it's just open.
Okay.
It's open. There's natural sand in the ground, and it's going to penetrate. And then, if there's any overflow, we have piping going to a couple of these ponds. Refer back to the plan on that.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them will be basically connected. So, like, if one's overflow, if
Okay.
one's taking on too much water, it pipes over to the next one.
Okay.
Type of thing. So, if you know, it's all designed by the engineer for
Right.
The way that they design this stuff is, it's called a 10-year rainfall. So what
Okay.
it's designed is every 10 years you always get like that crazy storm, right? It's how roofs are built. Everything's built for a 10-year snowstorm. So when you get that crazy storm once every 10 years, it's designed to do the maximum. But in all reality, 99.9% of the time, you're never going to have that.
Okay.
They're always going to be underused.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
anywhere low on a property, like I think there's a retention pond that goes here, it goes low.
I have the plans
Okay.
in the machine if you want to see them.
Right.
Okay.
The topsoil pile, that big topsoil pile, we're trying to get rid of.
Are you trying to get rid of, like, sell it, or get rid of it local, or how are you doing that? If there's anybody local who
Yeah.
wants some topsoil, come
Yeah.
on and talk to John and
Right.
make something work.
We'll figure something out.
A lot of people are always looking for topsoil.
Right.
Yeah, for their gardens or whatever.
Yeah.
Push their grass up.
This road right here is going to be the main access in and out
Right, I did read that.
at the
Yeah,
dock.
nothing's going to be going out onto Main Street. That's just going to be for employees. And,
Okay.
and for, you know, if you want to come in and check out what's going on, that's going to be the main parking for that. But for
Okay.
all employee access, it's going to be off of Sawmill.
Right back here, show you. I know people were asking about a berm and trees and everything.
Yeah.
I know we're planting nicer trees along there, right back there, along Main Street side where the retention ponds are.
They're actually planting trees right
Now, as far as, you know, I understand what type of business you have here. You know, it's a manufacturing business, but is there anything that you guys have in your plans that is going to, what's the word I'm looking for? The only word that comes to mind is beautify the property, make it look a little bit better. So you have plans for that?
I can show you the plans if we pull up there.
Yeah, we'll show up the plans.
Okay, yeah, once we do the
But-
tour out here, we take a look.
See that machine right there? That's a tree grinder.
Okay.
So they throw a whole tree and it grinds it
And
out.
that's the noise that everybody's hearing right now.
Yes, our tree guy.
He only works till 4 every day.
That's true.
If you could see him here after 4:01,
You're lucky, right?
Yeah.
because those guys work 8 hours and that's it.
So that's a rental. His just got picked up yesterday, and that just got dropped off because it has a problem with the motor. So
Okay.
we
Yeah, you
haven't
see
been,
that big pile of mulch? That's what it turns it into.
right.
Oh, wow.
We have
We'll use that mulch to beautify, you know,
Nice.
the garden beds
Yep.
and
That's
natural
nice.
mulch, you know, stuff like that.
we haven't been able to grind for 3 months
Yeah.
because this machine's
This
been
project
down.
would have been way further along if the
The
company
grind,
that was
yeah.
doing the grinding didn't have their machine break down.
So
Okay.
this whole everybody's worried about it not being pretty right now. That's a big part of it because once all the trees are gone and all the debris, we can come in here and clean this all up, do our retention ponds.
Start building the driveways and all that.
Right.
Okay.
Man, trust me, it's a mud mess for everybody.
Oh yeah, it
We don't-
destroys our trucks bringing them in and out. You know, that's the last thing we want.
Right.
there's retention ponds going here along this fence, and down here.
What fence?
Uh,
There's a fence there.
yeah, with all the evergreen weeds.
I don't
yeah.
even see a fence.
Yeah,
That fence probably like 50 years old.
yeah. I know.
And the thing is, a lot of stuff that the people don't see is the dumpsters and dumpsters and dumpsters of trash that we've been taking out of here.
Right.
I mean, see this whole thing filled? This is all trash we're taking off the property.
I was literally just about to point that out. We're self-efficient, so we have our own DEP license.
Okay.
So we'll take out our own stuff where people think that whatever, but we're hauling it out, taking it to the dump, everything's...
Right, and this is stuff that, we don't want to be paying to get rid of this trash. The trash was here. We inherited it.
Right.
You know? Right.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, what the hell is that? A motor?
That's an air compressor.
Wow.
And that's a lathe machine, I believe.
You guys left the one lone tree there. What was the purpose?
I think that's going down because apparently it is dead.
Okay.
My dad wanted something like as a landmark on a property line,
That's cool.
but unfortunately our tree guy said it has to come down eventually.
Okay. I was just saying, it's the only little tree standing there. Look.
I know. We love our trees, trust me. So these are molds right here. This is
Okay.
what we built off
This is
of.
what you built.
Yes.
Now build off of. You mean is this is the final product, correct?
No.
That's the mold. So
That's the mold.
you put
Okay.
so see the ones that are yellow?
Okay.
Those are molds as well with a built pool on top of it.
Right.
So you actually, it's cool. Once this is all done, we would love for the town to come in and see the process. So, you hand lay the fiberglass on there. You put the color, you hand lay the fiberglass, and then it cures, and then you pop a pool right off of that.
Okay.
And that's the
So
finished product.
so how do you actually handle that? You mean you roll the mold into it or something like that, sort of?
So the mold goes into the building. You spray the color on there, kind of like the way you would spray a car with paint.
Right.
It's kind of the same process, except it's not as creamy.
Okay.
Because it's more of a gel, not like a paint.
Okay.
And then you hand lay the fiberglass on there. Men hand lay the fiberglass. They roll the air bubbles out.
Okay.
Once it dries, you pop the pool off, and now you have a nice beautiful pool.
Wow.
You flip it over, and you put it in somebody's backyard.
Okay. And where do you store the pools that are already made? Do you store them?
There's going to be, that's on the site plan too. You
Yeah,
can see it all.
we'll show you on the site plan, but generally it'll be around behind the office trailers.
Okay.
See right up there. See the trees they're starting to plant?
I would have got it last
Where's
night.
Where that machine is? See where the guys are over there in the orange shirt?
Oh, over there?
Yeah.
By the solar panels?
Yep, so they're planting the trees right there already.
Okay. And you guys have solar panels on here too, right?
No, that's the neighbor.
Oh, that's the neighbor? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take you over there and show you the trees. Here's our first retention pond that we just dug yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to go from here another 150 feet over this way.
Over this way.
Okay, so I'm gonna go there, and it's gonna go over to here.
It's going to come all the way over here. Probably to the end of the puddle, basically.
Okay.
Which that's what we need. We need water out of here.
Okay.
And this is the area where we're trying to store the new pools. Over here behind the office trailers.
Okay.
And then our everyday use of trucks behind that, so that way we can have a staging area.
Okay. Now, where do you have plans? Is the trailers are temporary, right? As your office?
No, the trailers are permanent.
They're permanent. Okay.
We're gonna-
Okay.
We're getting built in to look like a building.
Oh, I got you. I got
Yeah.
you.
I can
Okay.
take you inside. We took all the
Yeah, wait till you see
the
inside.
whole inside apart, and it's
Okay.
all re-sheetrock.
So this is the berm that the neighbor was talking about. That I believe the man that spoke last night, this is his house.
Yeah, it's the Comcast guy. I forget his name.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is...
To the right, where the solar panels are, is Comcast guy, and then to the left is Gene.
Okay.
And see the trees? These are nice, 15-foot tall trees we're planting
Okay.
to block their view, and they'll have a nice berm with mulch in it, so it'll look pretty up their backyard.
That
Oh,
pink
that
marker
sucks.
on the
Okay.
tree right there, if you
Uh-huh.
can see that, that's the property line. We came off 15 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, it gave them a little bit more yard.
Yeah, because I think the ordinance is what, 10 foot or something like that.
Well, I don't know about for a berm, but I don't think there is an ordinance
No?
for a berm.
Okay.
No, I think we were able to plant the trees right on the edge, but we had the idea of, give them a little more yard because
Okay.
they wanted to keep that nice tree they have there.
Oh.
And if we would have put the trees right up against that, they wouldn't have been able to, lawn mow around it and weed whack, and it's a little nice.
So they did address to use that they wanted to keep that tree, and you guys
yeah, and
were
I think-
okay with that.
And I think there's a couple
Okay.
magnolias that they wanted that we're going to plant for them. Some nicer, a little more expensive trees. Stuff like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, if there's anything we do
That's very
on
nice.
the property, we make sure we talk to the neighbors. I know there was miscommunication with the Comcast guy, but it's okay. We'll plant whatever trees he needs back.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I see more trees right there against the building.
So, it's going to go right there, right up against the building. So
Right.
that way, it blocks the wind.
Okay. Gotcha. That's nice.
We were thinking about, this is a scale house, so there was a scale to the right of it, I believe.
Okay.
We're not sure what we're gonna do with this yet.
Okay.
We might put a roof on it because how that looks right there,
Uh-huh.
the whole big building looked.
Right, right.
So we had to pretty much rebuild all the cinder blocks in solid pour.
Right.
It's all solid poured with bags of concrete. My guys hand mixed
Okay.
and chucked them up there. So the office trailer's going to have nice skirting around it. We're going to put new metal on it, new windows.
Okay.
It's going to totally different.
Okay. That's nice.
Yes, see how we're putting the wood underneath? This is all going to be framed in to look like a permanent,
Oh, nice.
beautiful building.
This is temporary here.
Okay. This is nice.
Morning, Robbie. I'm so beautiful.
So you see, this is the existing building here, right?
Right here.
Yep, and here's the building that we're in right now.
Okay.
If you look, this is that retention pond that's right here. We only have this much of it built. So we go
Okay.
all the way across. Then to the right of this office that we're in, there's gonna be a huge one here.
Okay.
Then this is up by the woods line by Main Street. You see how long that is? It goes almost all the way over to, here's your Dollar General. So it goes basically from the road all the way up to this office building, this retention
So
pond.
this is a retention pond right here.
All of this. And then
Okay.
there's one
And this
here.
is Main Street.
This is Main Street here. These are the houses on Main.
Okay.
So you see, because
So the
here-
retention pond is going to go
So here's Main Street right here.
right next to your building. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's another 3 all the way in the back. This is where you said you didn't know where that fence was.
Oh, okay.
So see, there's more all the way back here. Another one all the way back here. It's like almost 3 or 4 acres total of retention ponds.
So, right here, so that way I could reiterate, these are the Main Street houses. Right behind the property, we have to follow our property line with the
Right.
retention ponds.
Okay.
Remember the lady last night? She was like, "You're getting closer to the property now. I can kind of see more into the
Right.
property." I think her house is one of these houses right here, because this is the area we're working in
Now,
right now.
just let me ask a question. The pond's right here, and then it's off of the property lines of these houses here, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. How far off the line are the retention ponds? What'd you say?
So right here is probably about 60 feet, 70 feet.
Okay.
So on this scale, it's every inch is 40 feet. So right here is about an inch and a half. So I'd say about 60 feet.
Now, how are the retention ponds? Are they going to be visible from the houses? Are you going to be able to see them?
Well, I mean, it's from ground level down, so.
Right.
It's not going to be raised.
Okay.
And there's going to be all planted trees all in here.
Okay.
So I would say.
And how deep are the ponds?
Right here, you're going to be.
It depends on sand levels. So
Right here is about 4 feet deep.
Right.
Okay.
Which it tapers into the 4 feet, so it's, you know, from the edge to where it's going to be at ground level to 4 feet. Right here is about 30 feet. So it's going to taper from ground level to 4 feet deep over 20 feet. So it's going to be very gradual.
Now, is there anything in the plans for safety-wise as far as the ponds go? Kids, animals, anything like that from getting into them?
Well, they're not going to hold water.
But what if they do hold a little bit of water? I mean, they shouldn't, right?
They shouldn't. No,
there shouldn't be enough water.
No, they should percolate straight down.
Okay, so it should never be high enough that anybody can get in it and get hurt.
No, like if you go around to any building that has a retention pond, you're supposed to be able to see the sand at the bottom.
Okay.
If you don't, that's because they don't maintain them, and if they don't maintain them, they don't work properly, and that's you know, it's not supposed to be.
But that won't be an issue here.
No.
So nobody has to fear that. Because the reason why I asked that is because I see how close these are to the property line, and I just want to hit that before somebody else is like, hey, well, what about my kid getting over there and falling in it and drowning? There's not going to be any water in it.
Oh no, it's going.
Right.
It's all going.
It's going to be dry because and you guys will keep up on it, make sure that it's draining properly. That it never gets to a level where it's going to be dangerous at all.
Yeah, like to be honest,
and there'll be
my
grates,
church,
right? There'll be grates at the bottom where it actually
where the pipes come out.
Where the pipes come out, and it'll be covered, just like Dollar General's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But I know they put the fence around theirs, only because I guess it made it look nicer and it was smaller. But I mean, you guys have a lot, so I don't even know what you guys do, if anything.
Right, you're talking this one here. This is almost 1,400 foot long.
Right. Right. That's a lot.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fence.
Yeah.
Which I would believe there's going to be, or there already is, fence on most of these properties. So it would be hard for them to, you know,
get through anyway.
Right.
Okay.
You know, a kid young enough to drown like that, I don't think they're hopping a 6-foot fence.
Correct. No, you're right. This is the yard over here.
So this is where those pools are sitting right now, and this is what he's talking about. So this was approved for like stage 3 to put another building here.
Okay.
But we don't know if that's ever going to happen, you know.
And you guys are on stage 2 currently, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and you see all the roadways that we have to build, all the driveways. So these are all, you know, access points. So
these are all roads here?
These are all little driveways, yeah.
These right here, or these these little lines?
No.
These where it looks like cobblestone.
Okay, so they're driveways. Okay.
Yeah, and there's the staging area for pools.
Okay.
Yeah, storage area, equipment, pool molds, etc. This right here, so this is where the solar panels are. Right here is a proposed 8,000 square foot building, an additional shop for accessory use.
Okay.
So that's the thing. These property owners are going to have all them nice trees planted on the berm, and then there's also going to be a nice, beautiful building there. So if they can see past the trees, they're not going to see anything else, because they're going to see just another building.
Okay. Nice. That's huge.
I know it's crazy when you see it on paper, right?
It's big.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks good.
Yeah, so it's going to be, like I said, it sucks that it's so muddy right now. I mean, we want to be to the stage where we're building all the roads, because then everything's accessible. And then if it's muddy right here, you don't have to worry because you're on this nice road, you know. And I know the fire chief was just here inspecting our roadway to make sure if anything happened, he's got easy access in and out, and he said looks good. So, you know, from the Dollar General in and then back out to Maine, you can you saw it. We just drove it. You know, drive right in, right out.
Right. Good.
I do believe there's going to be a gate from the building to the property line. Because that's going to be so if anybody's trying to come in off the road, it's not just, you know, you can't just stroll in and start walking through stuff. You kind of got to call and say, hey, I'm here. So, and then there's going to be obviously the main access down there.
And that there's a smokestack, right?
Well, yeah, the stack, yes, before they exhaust with whatever fumes. Now, I want to point out, there's 2 motors up there in the filtration system.
2 motors where?
See how there's 2 motors on the top?
That thing right here?
Yes, the square.
See
Okay.
the 2 electric motors?
Right.
Only required to have 1. We're doing a dual motor system.
Okay. And just so if somebody asked, your Franklin Township one, how many motors did you have?
We had 1.
1.
We had
Okay. And your smokestack was how tall?
It was shorter than this. I think it was only 62,
Yeah, 55, 60 feet.
right?
Okay. And you guys went higher and bigger
Correct.
for your
Correct.
motors. Okay. Great.
Yeah, even at our old facility, we smelled nothing at my dad's house.
Mhm.
We didn't smell anything until, like, it was.
I'll put it to you this way. I was standing 50 feet away from the fire when the fire was going. You couldn't even smell the fire.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
It was great.
Now, I know last night my dad, I wish my dad would have said this. The lady that, I thought she was across the street. She said it was down here, though. We're doing trees in the front, nice tall trees.
Yeah, there's going to be 20-foot trees in the front. So when you're driving by, there's...
You're not necessarily going to see this.
Correct.
Right. It's going to look nice.
And there's going to be a tree line.
Yes.
And you said 20 foot at least for the
Something
trees?
like that. Yeah, 15, 20 footers.
Okay. That's nice. That definitely makes the property look a lot better.
Yeah, everybody's concerned about the property not looking nice, but we don't like this either, you know? We want to clean up.
Right, right.
This is where the mold room is.
Okay.
Just doing some sanding and
Buffing. Cleaning stuff.
Okay. So this is where the actual mold process will take place? Is in this room
No,
here?
no. This is just where
This is just a cleaning area.
Yeah,
maintenance. So you would pull one of those molds in, and
Oh.
if there's any blemishes, you know, you buff it out, just like you're washing a car.
Okay. All right. Like a detail bay.
This is your main utility room.
Okay.
Which isn't finished.
Did you guys have to put a new well in, or were you able to use the existing?
No, it's all brand new.
Brand new well? And that well was probably older than dirt.
Yeah, this is all brand new equipment. I mean, literally.
What are we looking at here?
This is the air tanks right here.
Uh-huh.
And then we got the air compressor here.
Okay.
So, literally the only.
This is air compressor.
This is between this and 2 fans outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only noise that we produce for manufacturing.
Okay.
This is inside this closed room that's going to have the doors on it.
Okay.
That you won't even be able to hear it when you're inside the shop over there.
And
Okay.
we're going to design something to muffle the electric motors a little bit more also.
Okay. And if you had to say, what would you say they're kind of like the noise that they would make? What would you
Air
compare?
conditioner unit?
You're an air conditioner outside of your
A
house.
central air unit.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's about as loud as it'd be. But that's kind of like year round. But that's not bad.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and it's inside. It's not outside.
Oh, the motors are inside?
These are
No,
all
no.
this.
This.
But the motors outside, you compare them to like a
But
air
we're going to try
conditioner
to
unit.
design a box to muffle that sound also.
Okay.
And so I'll explain to you in here what they meant by the reason there doesn't need to be sprinklers is. So see this wall here? This is a fire rated wall, and there's going to be a fire rated door there.
Okay.
So the actual usable space where the production's going to take place is such a small area that it's going to be contained. So like this is a 3-hour fire rated wall and door. So even if there was to be a fire in here, they're specifically, quote unquote, it should contain the fire for at least 3 hours to where the fire department can put it out.
Okay.
I mean, it's a black wall with 3-hour fire rated sheetrock.
Okay.
So the fire shouldn't go anywhere if there was ever to be a fire.
Okay. Nice. And just in case it comes up again, the Franklin Township, did you guys have sprinklers in that one or no?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it was under 8,000 square feet.
Okay.
See what line we need to go over.
This is the biggest room you got here, which this is 60 by, I believe, like 80 feet. So this isn't even 6,000 square feet.
Okay.
So this is the biggest room, and it's still under the 8,000 square foot mark.
Okay. And now, is this where the production will happen?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. We're going to have we're gonna blow a hole out because right here in this general area.
This is where that stack is. So this is
Right.
basically dead center of the room is where
we're
it's going to suck
We're
everything.
gonna have a trunk line go to each room, and it's gonna look like a central air system in a house, and it's gonna pull all the fumes out.
Okay.
And we'll also, we have a couple smaller motors where we'll pull from the other ends.
And I wanted to say this last night. Basically, the spraying and everything, it's basically the same as if this was an automotive body shop,
Okay.
right? So it would be like if we wanted to open a car shop and start painting cars, it's generally similar. You know, people are so worried about the resin and the fiberglass. Every body shop that goes and bondos and fixes a bumper has the same materials.
Right. Right.
And like he explained, it was actually a good point. We don't have it's a gel. It sticks to the mold.
Right. It's not like you know when you spray an aerosol can with spray paint, it comes out as a vapor. That's not this way. This is like more like a gel. It's more like rolling on paint. Right?
Okay.
So it's a lot like, you know.
So it's not like the fumes like you would have when you're painting a car.
Right.
It's
exactly.
more like a gel to where it's kind of like you're having your car wrapped.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like. Do you remember when they had Plasti Dip?
Yeah.
It's more like a Plasti Dip compared to a paint.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It comes out like plastic.
Okay.
So, the way I explain it to girls is, it's like the gel coat that you put on your nails.
Okay.
That's literally what it is, but it comes out as spray.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know? So if you if you go get your nails painted, it's basically if they would spray it on.
Nice.
Yeah. And I mean, like that piece of equipment right there, that's the spray gun.
Over here.
Yeah. See with the arm, that's what sprays the gel onto the pool. So it when you talk about it, it sounds like it's this crazy process, but I mean
So that pretty much the operation and how everything works. I mean,
Yeah, it's not complicated. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think when everything's done, we would love to have like a day, maybe a Saturday or Sunday, where anybody from the town wanted to come down and just check it out and see what's going on. Yeah, I think it would be a good thing. I mean, it's honestly fascinating to watch the process happen.
yeah.
You know, to see, wow, that just went from a barrel of material to now it's a pool that we can swim in our backyard.
That's true.
It's really, it's like if you've ever seen a boat